What's going on, everybody? I took a trip recently. We went to Spain. It was really great. It was really amazing. I've talked to some of you about it, and I mailed out a newsletter, which you all should have gotten in the mail by now. My subscribers should have gotten in the mail. I wish I had had the money to do this in color so you could see the color pictures, but I did email out a few pictures to people. But yeah, we were only there for a week, but it was really great. It was amazing. Loved it. Want to go back. Want to stay for longer. Madrid was fantastic. I could live there tomorrow. I think my list of world cities is Chicago, Vancouver, Madrid. I think those are my three favorite cities in the whole wide world. Um, I also wrote Driver Chapter 3 and mailed that to you guys. You guys should have gotten that by now. Very different than Chapter 2, which was the point. Chapter 2 was kind of rough and tough and violent. I wanted Chapter 3 to be totally different. And Chapter 4, which I have not even thought of and don't know what it is. I'll probably work on that in the next week or two. I'm trying to decide what order I want to talk about the things I have coming up. I have two new zines and two new zines in the works and two new events that I'm going to be doing. We'll start with events. I'm going to be going to the Las Vegas Zine Fest, April 22nd, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to be there for the Friday and the Saturday, tabling on Saturday and doing a reading and a talk. Las Vegas, New Mexico, not Las Vegas, Nevada. There's a small town about 2 hours north of Albuquerque called Las Vegas, New Mexico. I have driven through it. I've never done anything there. A woman named Nicole Morning lives there, and she's putting on a zine fest. She's a zinester and a writer and a poet and all these other things. And she's really cool and a friend of mine. So she invited me to come up, which I'm really excited for. So that's going to be in about a week and a half. If you live in New Mexico, look into it. It's not too far. You should drive up. And then in May, I'm going to Grid Fest, which is in Salt Lake City. That's May 6th and 7th. I'll be in Salt Lake City. The city of Salt Lake City is built on a grid, which is much easier to do when you live in a desert and there's no obstacles like forests and mountains and rivers and lakes and those sorts of things. Chicago has a really good grid also. People in Albuquerque, there's a whole conversation. People in Albuquerque always try to say Albuquerque is a grid. The main roads of Albuquerque are a grid. So like maybe every half mile you have like a main road, and then all the roads in between are like a jumbled up cul-de-sac mess, which is very residential and very caters to cars. And that's what Albuquerque does, is caters to cars. And I guess whether or not something's a grid or not a grid is a spectrum, not a yes or no. So Albuquerque's kind of a grid. I bring all this up because Salt Lake City's Zine Fest is called Grid Fest because Salt Lake City is like the grittiest grid. Like every road is a grid. Their addresses are on a grid. It's definitely a grid. So anyway, I've been to that twice. I think in 2017 and 2019 maybe. So I'm very excited for that. I love Salt Lake City. Got some friends there. I'm very excited to go to that. Okay, I wanted to get new things done before each of those zine fests, and we'll see what happens and what doesn't. The two newest things that I want to get done, I want to write a zine about going to Spain, which will be Proof I Exist 41. I've started it. I got about maybe 2,000, 3,000 words written on that, which is probably 10% of what I want to write. And I also want to write, when I was in Madrid, I went to a casino. And so I wasn't going to do any more casino zines, but I decided I'm going to do one more short casino zine last night at the casino, number 17, which will be just about going to the casino in Madrid, which was a really interesting experience. I think only interesting because I work in the casino business. Otherwise, it wasn't really that fun. I lost $100. But it also wasn't really like that fun of an environment. But it was very interesting. I'm definitely happy that I went. So I think I'm going to write a zine about that, but just do a very limited run, maybe 100, just 100. That'll be it. But then I'm going to put it as the last chapter in the Casino book, Volume 2, which I'm also working on. I got someone else gave me a submission of an article that I'm going to include in Last Night at the Casino Volume 2. And then I've written 2 things this week. I have one more thing I need to write. I have to decide what I want the cover to be. Because my friend Frank that did the cover for #1 sent me a few samples of sketches of ideas for what the cover for #2 would be. So I have to decide kind of what I want with that. But once we get the cover done, and then I write one more article and do one more edit, I'm hoping to get it all done by the end of April and get it off to printer. So it won't be done in time for the Zine Fest, but I at least want to get it on the way. So, but maybe the casino zine, I might be able to get that done in the next week. Maybe we'll see. In the meantime, the 2 things I have to show you today, I did a color catalog for Behind the Zines. For Behind the Zines distro, it's just 4 little pages. But it's got a few little things in there that I can send out with orders and whatnot. Does not have everything, but it has like a sampling. So I got these done that I'm going to give away to people, and then also Albuquerque graffiti #3, which is just all photos of graffiti in Albuquerque. These are all photos from 2022. So if you live in Albuquerque or if you are interested in graffiti, I'm going to be selling these, I think $3. I think I could probably sell these for $3, full color, because I printed a few in black and white, and it's graffiti. It's got to be colored, man. You want those images to pop. So if you're interested in that, it's not on the website yet, but I'll get it up soon. If anyone is curious, I went these piles of papers back here. I went to DocuCopies. Which is it's a website you can order copies, and they do black and white, they do color, they do booklets, they do all these sorts of things. They would have assembled it, but I wanted to be a halfway cheapskate. I used to have a good place to get color copies, and I don't have that anymore. I have a color copier that's really slow and also kind of expensive, so I use this to print out like samples, so I can do my editing. But I decided to get them professionally printed. So I got just the sheets of paper for both of these printed, and then now I'm going to assemble them this week. I got 200 of each. So that's what's up. Those are the new things. If you are on my every zine list, then I'll be mailing one of these to you in the next week. Maybe by tomorrow or Friday. You know what? I'll get them out. I'll get them out in the next couple of days. So anyway, that's all that's going on. I hope everyone's doing well. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.